Hey guys, so today I am doing a first impression on a foundation that's kind of new to the drugstore. It's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint Foundation. I've seen a couple of reviews about it, but it's semi-new this year to the drugstore. So I'm excited to do a first impressions. I'm going to take you with me throughout the day. Check in at like the 5-hour mark, the 8-hour mark, and then the end of the night, show you how it looks, give you my first impression thoughts on it, and then I will be doing a full foundation review on this at some point in the future. I don't like to leave it at just first impressions because my opinion can change. I'll try it with different products, try it with cream products, try it with different setting powders, and with other tools other than just a beauty blender and a brush. So I will be doing a review on this, a full review on this in the future. If you want to see that, give me a big old fat like and I'll make sure to do that. But I got the shade Natural Beige 60. I heard that this does oxidize, so you'll just have to see. And then I'll go ahead and kind of tell you guys a little bit about what this product actually claims. It's supposed to moisturize and plump skin for 24 hours, and it has hyaluronic acid in it, so it's supposed to be kind of like a skincare and a foundation all at once. It's supposed to kind of help with any blemishes or acne or anything like that. And this is supposed to be more of a lighter coverage type of foundation. It says it's a hydrating tint, so it doesn't necessarily say it's an actual foundation. Also, if you guys are not following me on Instagram or Snapchat, you should definitely follow me, because whenever I do these first impressions, I take you guys with me live on Snapchat and Instagram, so you guys will get to see what it looks like and get to see the first impressions way before I actually post this video up. So make sure that you're following me on those social medias. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the first impressions. Okay, let's do this. So Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint has hyaluronic acid. Supposed to be really good for the skin. As you can tell, I haven't really, like, my skin has been really clearing up, but like the bruising, like I don't really have pimples, I have a tiny bit of texture, and it's just mostly bruising. Just, it takes a while to go away. So I've been doing my acne skincare routine. It's been really helping, and this is supposed to be like a really light type of coverage, so we'll see about that. But I'm first going to start out with the Angel Veil primer, just because it's going to just make sure everything's evened out. And I've used this primer quite a bit. I don't think it really helps with longevity, but mostly just like evening everything out so that it just looks good on the skin. You know. Alright, so I got the shade Natural Beige, which is 60. Supposedly this oxidizes, so hopefully I got a light enough shade that when it oxidizes it'll look like my skin. We'll just have to see about that. So I'm going to be using a brush. This is the Beige Cosmetic one of their flat top brushes from their sculpting kit. They have their face sculpting kit. So up with this one. And then I'm also going to be using the Beauty Blender sponge on one side. So I'll use Beauty Blender sponge on this side and then the brush on this side. So yeah, here we go. So it has that like doe foot applicator, kind of like the Clinique one. So here we go. We'll go on the brush side first. I'll just kind of dot that on. Wow, it feels really cooling. It has like a cooling sensation about it. Like it feels cooling on the skin. And I can definitely tell it has light coverage. I mean, I didn't put a whole lot on my face to begin with, but I can definitely tell it's a light coverage, but it evened out my skin. I definitely evened out this half of my skin, but you can definitely see my bruising through that. But it looks really nice and skin-like. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the Beauty Blender side. definitely feels cooling on the skin. Beauty Blender always makes everything even lighter coverage and look even more transparent. So it doesn't surprise me that this side is lighter than this side's coverage is lighter. It doesn't surprise me because that's just what the sponges do. I definitely like it with a brush a lot better. So I'm going to go in with a second layer. And try to for a light coverage, it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. I can definitely tell, like, it oxidizes for sure. No surprise to me, it's been doing that to everyone. Okay, so I'm surprised that I can't really feel it on the skin. It's like setting pretty well. But I like the finish. It gives me more like of a natural finish. It's definitely something that I could wear like on an everyday, a light layer of this to the gym, stuff like that. So I'm going to use this concealer. This is the Bye Bye Under Eye from It Cosmetics. I'm just going to use that. I'm not going to highlight the face. I just want to conceal those under eye circles a little bit better. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and set it. It did oxidize. I can tell it's like a shade darker, which isn't going to be a big problem whenever the summer comes around and I'm tan, which is probably when I'm going to want to use something really light like this. But anyways, for powder, I decided on this Wet n Wild one. This is pressed powder in medium warm beige. Sorry, this is the pressed powder in warm beige. I picked this powder because it's very kind of a natural. I have dry skin, so I don't need anything super matte, and I don't like anything super matte. And since this itself has a very natural, almost light luminous finish, I want to put this powder over top and see if it gets really oily at the end of the day, or if it just stays natural looking, luminous looking. So I'm going to put that on the face. This is the e.l.f. Powder brush. Not that it's a tiny bit tacky, but not too bad. Like, I could go without setting this, but I wanted to set it just to see. Because lately I've been setting all my foundations with this powder because I've been loving it. So I wanted to see how it looks with this. Once, I feel like even whenever I put that second layer, it kind of went to like a low medium coverage, because I honestly don't need a lot of coverage. It's just like bruising over here, but I felt like whenever I put that second layer, it went to like a low medium coverage for me, and then with the powder on top, it made it look even more like a medium coverager foundation, to where it looks really smooth. My skin looks really smooth now, and it definitely set it really nicely. But I'm not gonna lie, the foundation did settle into kind of, I have this like little line there, Let me bring you in so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So I have this like little line there. Can you see that? And it kind of settled straight into it really fast. And like right here, because I'm really I'm really animated. So like it settled into those lines right away. But other than that, the foundation looks really nice, and it doesn't look like it oxidized too much on my skin, but it actually looks really nice, and it just looks like more of a natural finish, but it hits the light in like certain spots on my face. So I kind of like that. So it is 10:25. I'm gonna put the rest of my makeup on and then I'll be back. All right, so I have all of my makeup on. Sorry, my nails are kind of like, there's always something. I don't have roots anymore, but my nails are jacked. Anyways, this is all my makeup on. Okay, so I'll tell you really quickly what I have on my face. So for a blush, I use the Wet n Wild Apricot in the Middle blush. It kind of looks like this, really, really beautiful. Has more of a satin finish, I would say. A little tiny bit of a sheen. For bronzer, I use this e.l.f. Bronzing Highlighting Duo. That way it's not so flat matte. Then for highlight, I use the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter, just really lightly on top of my cheekbones. For the eyes, I did use the Tartelette in Bloom palette to just do something like really, really light. And on the lips, I use the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in Rebel Rose, which is my absolute favorite one that they have so far. I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So it is right now 10:41. So we'll go ahead and say 10:40. And so so far I'm actually really excited. With the rest of my makeup on, it looks like a really beautiful foundation. Like, to me, it looks like a medium coverage foundation. Like you can tell, like my cheeks don't look that bad anymore, and I definitely went in with 2 layers, so I definitely think that it's buildable so far, and it just looks so nice on the skin. And it's completely dry now. Obviously I set it too, but it looks so good in person. And I went out in the sun and it just looks so good and fresh and natural and skin-like. So I'm really excited, and I have high hopes for this foundation. So I will check back with you guys in 5 hours. Wish me luck, and make sure you follow me on Instagram and Snapchat so that next time you don't miss it live. Anyways, yeah, I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. It hasn't been 5 hours per se, but it's getting pretty close, and I know I'm not gonna be able to check in the next hour. It's 3:30. So it hasn't been 5 hours, but it's been almost, it's like 4.5 hours. It's 3:30 right now. And as I look at myself, I'm super impressed. I know earlier I kind of complained about like my lines here on my forehead, and I feel like it's pretty much gone away. Like, it pretty much is kind of starting to blur, so it doesn't look dry, it doesn't look cakey in those areas, it doesn't look anything like that. It just looks regular. Like, I feel like the foundation really melted into the skin, and it looks like skin. It doesn't look like I put anything on top. And the finish itself got a little bit more glowy, but I like the look of it right now. I think it's a really beautiful, natural, but a little bit of a glow to it, and I really like it. And I don't think that any coverage has gone away. Like, I feel like this foundation pretty much goes into the skin and stays there. There's some foundations that like to just sit on top of the skin, and then if you like lay down or anything like that, you lose coverage on your face. If someone touches your face a lot, you lose coverage. I was kind of relaxing, laying down, didn't take a nap, but I was like laying down, and my husband was hugging. Okay, that sounds weird. That sounded weird. What I was about to say was starting to sound weird. My husband's studying, and I was cuddling with him, but I was laying down on his chest. And so I was surprised that I didn't lose any coverage, because I was super, super concerned about that, because some foundations, that definitely happens. But I didn't lose any coverage. My makeup didn't get screwed up. I felt like it really melted into the skin and kind of became one with the skin. It's very skin-like. So I absolutely love that about it, and I really like the powder that I chose to put on top of it. I really like that Wet n Wild powder. I think that it did it justice without mattifying it or taking away from it. It was a perfect powder to pair up with it, and I still think it's a light, medium, or maybe heavy light coverage, or a light medium coverage, something like that, or what I would consider it to be. And it looks really good in the skin. And again, I'm super impressed with my forehead that it didn't go into any lines. Like, at first it did, but then it kind of just looks skin-like. Like, it doesn't look, that wrinkle doesn't look too noticeable. So kind of see what I'm talking about. Like, those lines kind of like went away. They're kind of gone. Oh, so far I'm really excited. I'm liking the foundation, so I'll check back with you at like the 8-hour mark. But yeah, so it's been 8 hours. It's now 7:02, so I thought that I would check in with you guys. I'm actually really impressed with how it looks. I was kind of examining myself a second ago, and it still looks very skin-like, very natural, and has maybe a slight tiny bit of a glow, but it looks so incredibly good. It looks like I don't have any foundation on, and it kind of looked like that at first when I applied it, and then I applied the powder. In that first hour, I could still tell, okay, I'm wearing makeup, but after that first hour in my first check-in, I was so impressed in how much it looked like skin. It looked like I wasn't wearing any makeup, and it probably has to do with how light it is. But the only thing is, I did notice a pimple right here and right at the bottom here. It could be from the foundation. Usually if a foundation breaks me out, by the end of the night I'll have like 2 or 3 new pimples. But it could also be that I'm detoxing because I'm starting to work out and eat healthy again. I want to lose all my baby weight. So, but as far as the coverage looks pretty much the same to me. I don't feel like it looks worse, and I really love the finish of it and how it looks on the skin. So I'm super impressed. It's been 8 hours. It's like for a light foundation. Usually light foundations, I feel like, lose their coverage and basically go away from the skin really quickly. This one's actually keeping its light coverage all over the skin, so I really like that about it. So yeah, I'll check in one last time at the very end of the night. So okay, so it's been about 10.5 hours. It's like 9:30. I'm like so done for the day. So I thought I'd check in one last time for you guys. I think now it's definitely faded more, like it's definitely really faded more, like coverage wise. It's definitely faded. It's still very wearable in my perspective for a light coverage foundation. It still looks as good as I would imagine it to look. It's been 10 hours. I'm really impressed with it. I'm gonna have to try it more to see if the breakout is, not even breakout, it's like a couple pimples, if it's from this foundation or not. Probably not from the foundation, but so far I really like it. I'm super impressed with it. I think it's a foundation that feels really light on the face, and I like that it really melts into the skin beautifully. After you wear it, it warms up to the skin. It does oxidize a tiny bit, but you can't really tell on camera, and on I feel like now, like, it oxidized, but I think it kind of calmed down as well. It got orangey really bad at first, but then it's kind of not as orangey, all the check-ins I've been doing. So I'm liking the foundation so far. The Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. Give me a big old fat thumbs up if you want me to do a full review where I really kind of talk about this and just after using it for a while tell you guys all about it. Also, next time, if you want to be a part of my live check-ins, make sure that you are follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I'm so tired right now. Like, I can't even tell you how tired I am. Anyways, I hope you guys like this first impressions. Don't forget to hit my little face down there and hit the bell to notify you of all my future videos, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye guys.